I really love this sport, you know. I'm like all my life in a sports and in a basketball, and I'm happy. I'm happy.
Ivar Kuzma has coached basketball for almost 20 years. He is now at the helm of his alma mater, Audentes, a prep school in Tallinn. To him, and many Estonians, this sport is a symbol of their identity, with roots in their struggle for freedom. Through much of the 20th century, Estonia was occupied by the Soviet Union. Life before their independence wasn't easy.
And in 1991, in January, we had no heating, almost no heating. It was the winter when the Soviet Union blocked our fuel channel. We didn't have any diesel, didn't have anything to heat our houses.
But tough times bred a hopeful, new generation. Kuzma was an inspiration for people like Alan Kaudoja, who was a part of a championship basketball team at the University of Tartu. He's still playing in amateur leagues now. Kaudoja was also inspired to play by an important piece of his country's history. Estonia's team for the USSR Premier Basketball League, KK Kalev, had played in it for 67 years and never won a championship. But after Estonia broke away from the Soviet Union in 1991, the team decided to continue playing in the league, despite mixed feelings from the public.
There was a contradiction because we wanted to be a part of anything Soviet. And this is a Soviet championship, you know, what to do. But on the other hand, when the game starts, everyone is like cheering for Kalev, you know.
May 6th, 1991, right here at the Kalevi Sporty Hall, the KK Kalev team secured its first USSR Premier Basketball Championship in the second to last year of its existence, defying all expectations. When before and throughout this season, all they asked for was to give them a fair shot.
The team's success was legendary. Decades later, Estonians still relive the story as a highlight of their national pride. The journey the team took was made into a feature film, Kalev. The movie was Estonia's submission for this year's Academy Awards in the United States.
I've been working in television and film industry over 20 years. Since day one I wanted to create movies, but it's really complicated and hard because we have such a big competition here. So it took a while. It took me 20 years to make my first feature film.
Ove Moosting, the film's director, told the story of Kalev through three key characters.
So we have a coach who has lose everything. We have a bench boy who's so keen to get to the team and get to the court. And then we have a really hothead Ivar Kuzma.
Saadad lõpuni koju.
I'm happy that this movie went out. It's showing to the young people a little bit history and how we fight.
Before his coaching career, Kuzma was Kalev's leading scorer and is Estonians' closest comparison to NBA legend Michael Jordan.
The people who support us, they feel that we beat Soviet Union teams, and then now we are going to be separate. It's something special.
His position at Audentes helps the school attract the best young talent Estonia and the world has to offer.
Oh, whoa, whoa. Estonian basketball legend is going to be our coach, and he's a legendary basketball trainer too.
For some Estonians, basketball is a passion, a culture, a life. It's so important to Kuzma that he offered to sit down with us just days after the death of his father, a man who helped spark his love of the game.
My father took me every time with him, and that was first love to the basketball.
Now, Estonians are seeing Russia's actions in Ukraine and fear they could be next.
History's river is like in a very quick flow situation, because it can be a decade when nothing actually happens, but then everything happens in days or in weeks.
It's not a funny, but it's a really sad coincidence that 30 years later we are on exactly the same point, and if nothing have changed.
Regardless, the sport of basketball remains a metaphor for Estonian solidarity in the face of Russian aggression.
This is a teamwork, and believe me, all players who had like experience in team sports. They are really good workers in other teams or business or in somewhere where you need a teamwork. Believe me.
In Tallinn, Estonia, I'm Joseph Callahan Jr. for the Center County Report.